Hello, and welcome to Wine Battles. I am your host, Daniel Streb, and today we'll be doing a battle of Chardonnay, what I think is the best in France, compared to what I've tasted as being pretty damn good, if not the best, from California. More specifically, up in Caneros. This is the Lloyd Chardonnay. This is the 2022 vintage. I've always found it to be very good. I've always liked the complexity of it. It has a really round mouthfeel, and it kind of reminds me of Montrachet, and that is what we're going to be drinking today. Compared to the Lloyd, we're going to be drinking the Chassagne-Montrachet Premier Cru-Les Vergers Domaine Fontaine Gagne, or Guignard. And this is a 2015. This is from the Montrachet region over in Burgundy, which I believe grows the best Chardonnay in the world. So today is going to be a blind taste test. I have two cards here, two decanters. I've let these decant for about half an hour now, close to an hour now. Mostly because when you have really good white wine, give it a little bit of air, let it open up a little bit more, really get those notes. You don't want to drink it too closed, because you're going to miss all the beautiful characteristics of a well-made Chardonnay. You have one end of the spectrum. We have a completely over-oaked Chardonnay, which tends to be the case from California. You have, on the other hand, we have Chablis, where it's the true expression of Chardonnay with no oak enhancement. So both of these are oaked. But it shows what you can do when you have a well thought out, well structured idea to how much oak to impart and how it integrates into the wine. And these are two amazing examples of that. I've had both of these wines before, but I've never blind tasted them before. So let's give this a shot. This is wine A. A being the red ace. Wine B is going to be the black ace. It's pretty golden in color. I would say more of a yellowish gold. Has a nice viscosity. Very long legs. The nose is nice. I get some pear notes, some cardamom notes, some white flower, a little honeyed. At the end, I get some vanilla, some oak influence. It's full-bodied. Initially, I get really juicy pear notes. Followed it by some cardamom. Mid-palate, get more white flower, and then a very kind of growing acidity leads to a long finish. This really makes me, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to guess before I try both of them. So whereas the other one was a goldish color with kind of a yellow tint to it, this one I describe as like a solid gold color. Like when you think about like gold melted down, 24 karat gold, this is that color. It really clings to the glass, just like the first one did. Long legs as well. There's something about when you smell Montrachet, which makes it so you don't even have to taste it. There is such complexity, yet subtlety in the nose. There's a kind of like signature kind of beeswax. Really light white flowers, kind of like a toned down jasmine. There's very subtle baking spices. But the crispness that still kind of comes through, that minerality from that Burgundy region. So whereas convinced after sipping the first one that I had it figured out, after sipping the second one, I definitely have it figured out. This has to be the Montrachet. Nothing smells like this, nothing looks like this, nothing drinks like this. Very similar. Very similar in color, unless you really look closely at it. For me, the cardamom is really what pops in the Lloyd. There's that honey beeswax. It really leads me towards the Montrachet. But they're close. I love that cardamom. So being that this one, the Montrachet, which I'm already declaring the Montrachet, is a 2015, it's kind of brought the fruit forward more in it, I'd say. Whereas the acidity is perfectly lineated throughout the whole palate. It's even more sublime now, if that makes sense. The acidity, I think, is there for, that's why it can age, because it's so well integrated into the wine that over time it only gets better. You just have to make sure that it doesn't get to the point where it's gone. But this being 9 years old for white Burgundy, it's drinking really nice. So let's go take a look and see if I was right saying black ace is Montrachet, red ace is Lloyd's. Well, she even has them turned over. My wife does a great job at this. So this is red ace, and I knew the decanters I put them in, and this was the Lloyd's. And my Riedel is what I filled the Montrachet with, and it is the black ace. So it looks like I was correct. Which I wasn't too surprised that I was correct, because for me the differences are so stark. But these are such great wines. I rated the Montrachet 98 points. It's just fantastic. And I believe I rated the Lloyd's 97 points. So there's not that much difference, a 1 point difference. But for me, if I had to choose between the two, regardless of the points, I'd always choose the Montrachet. This is just, it's always consistently been the best Chardonnay I've ever drinking in my life. So with that, it is Wine Battles. France once again gets the win. I've been your host, Daniel Streb. And remember, drink happy.